Welcome to my channel and my first video. Today's topic is the one and only Greg Jackson, or James, or whatever he's decided to call himself this week, but most know him by Onision. To be fair, I didn't really know who Onision was until his name started appearing on my social media streams. I remembered his face from years ago when he made a video mocking Eugenia Cooney. It came as no surprise that he was back in the spotlight, and when I heard that the Chris Hansen was on his case, my curiosity peaked. Chris Hansen has provided some of the most insightful TV with his now cancelled Dateline series, Busting Internet Groomers. It was gripping TV and made every parent savvy upon their tech skills. So what's Onision done to get on Hansen's radar? We'll get to that, but first we need to learn a little more about Mr. Onision. Onision started out on YouTube way back in 2006 when he was a mere 21-year-old. He was serving in the Air Force and married to Sky. Yes, Onision is an ex-veteran. He served 4 years before leaving to focus on building his YouTube channel with the help of Sky. It would take 4 years until Onision's work paid off, and his video, The Banana Song, made his channel go viral. Yes, The Banana Song, wonders never cease. In the same year, he and Sky announced their separation. This would become Onision's bone of contention, as Sky requested a percentage of his earnings as alimony, and rightly so. Sky was part of his team and helped build the channel. In return, she would forfeit any right to household ownership. Sky cited Onision as a very controlling and domineering person. With Sky out of the way, Onision moved swiftly on to Shiloh. The Canadian singer claimed she was just 16 when she first communicated with Onision. They would message and spend hours on Skype together. Shiloh was a fan of his and admitted she made initial contact with him. They dated on and off for 2 years. Shiloh was 17 when they first had sexual relations in a hotel. She would later tell Chris Hansen that Onision's sexual appetite and her own naivety led to a toxic relationship. Shiloh famously featured on Onision's channel having a seizure and losing her memory, all filmed quite eloquently for views. Their relationship ended with Shiloh having a miscarriage and moving back to Canada. Meanwhile, Onision continued to churn out his content, criticising anything and everything from emo kids to self-harmers. His content aimed to shock, entertain and earn. In fact, it's difficult to evaluate someone like Onision. He wears many faces and is constantly pushing the limits to generate views. He seems to favour relationships over having friendships. Onision's next relationship would be with Taylor. Taylor again was a fan of Onision's channel and initiated contact with him. What seems apparent is Onision is quite the charmer. Taylor is a mere 17 and Greg is 26. Her parents are not best pleased about her wanting to date an older chap, and understandably so. A quick view of Onision's channel would scare any parent. Greg rents a house in New Mexico to be near Taylor, and the relationship blossoms. In fact, the moment Taylor turned 18, Onision has proposed and Instagrammed the news to all. The couple married and Taylor moved to Washington with Onision. Despite Onision claiming he never wanted children, the couple go on to have 2 children together, and Onision keeps churning out his crazy content. Oddly, becoming a parent in no way changes his content, but his children are kept far from the spotlight. However, Taylor sets her own YouTube account and calls herself LaineyBot. Subscribers then get to see a transition occur. Lainey decides to change gender. She announced that she is now to have a pronoun he and changes her name to Kai. It was a head scratcher for most fans and opened Kai to a lot of criticism. The term trans trender becoming most anonymous as fans doubted the legitimacy of the sex change. Remember, Onision is well aware of the views controversy creates. So we know Onision likes the younger ladies. He doesn't break the law with said ladies and has a domineering and controlling personality. Therefore, the appeal for younger, more naive lady fits. Narcissists like needy. So where does Chris Hansen fit with this? Well, apart from Onision's questionable behaviour towards female, he was banned from VidCon for saying a sexually active ex-partner could not be a victim of rape because she'd had over 20 partners. He created a video series in which he rated willing females' bodies quite harshly, and one turned out to be not of an appropriate age, although in his defence he did stipulate those in images should be of age. It was the friendship he and Kai formed with a 14-year-old fan that would cause the ultimate storm. The girl would end up living with Onision and Kai. However, the girl has recently gone public and claims she was groomed by the couple and went on to have a sexual relationship with both of them when she turned 18. She was then allegedly coerced into making a video denying all claims of indecent behaviour. This has led to other fans also coming out with similar tales of being invited into the Onision home. I need to add that this is all alleged and no criminal charges have been filed. Onision is under trial by media and hasn't proffered a response or statement. He has, however, filed anti-harassment charges against Chris Hansen and YouTuber Daniel Sulzbach, known as Repsion. Chris Hansen turned up at Onision's home to attempt to interview him. Onision needs to be thankful that it wasn't him turning up at home with Hansen inside. Onision responded by calling the police on Hansen, but no charges were filed. Hansen had not broken any laws, although some criticised him turning up with cameras in tow at Onision's private residence. Again, Hansen is an experienced journalist, and this is the way they get a story. Well, try to. Repsion, however, is not a journalist and did not turn up at Onision's home, but he has been summoned to court by Onision. Repsion made a series of YouTubes discussing Onision's actions and sits firmly under fair use, so it's unclear why he is being targeted. H3H3 is a very popular channel, and Ethan pointed out that Onision has been on the hunt for anyone using his content and copyright striking heavily. He even filed against Ethan in an attempt to gain income from the copyright infringement, in which Ethan was swift to counteract. The latest news comes as Onision has been banned from Patreon. He allegedly posted someone's personal contact details, and Twitch has also banned him with no reason cited. His channel has recently consisted of some really outlandish skits in which he feigns mini breakdowns and mimics living in a tent. He certainly knows how to maintain a sense of humour. So to summarise my little dip into the Onision swamp, what does the future hold for Mr. Onision? Can he flip the whole situation to his gain, or will Hansen and Co be his downfall? If you liked the video, please like, subscribe and feel free to comment.